Welcome guys, I got another member from the Nurp team, Daniel Vargas, better known as DV.
Yes sir, DV.
So, a couple questions. How long have you been with Nurp?
So I've been with Nurp for roughly going on 2.5 years now, starting off an SDR role, now starting to get into the closer role. So just like Seeps, I just started off closing, just starting to get my feet wet here. I'm starting coming March, so I'm just training right now.
You deal with all the people coming in trying to inquire about the product.
Correct.
So, all right, so in that position, what is something that you actually hear a lot? People come in with knowledge prior to knowing.
As far as knowledge, you don't have to know much about trading to actually have these algorithms profit and to have these algorithms work in your favor. So that's the beauty about it. We've had individuals who don't know a lick about trading and they're still able to come in and profit with these algorithms because they're intended to be automated. So that's really the beauty about the program.
Do they come in skeptical or do they come in excited? Like, what's the mood? What's the vibe when they're first calling?
Mostly skeptical because they see the ads, they think we're just like any Instagram ad that they'll see online. But as they come in, they hold calls with our guys here, they'll see that we are genuine. Everything we do here is legit. And besides that, it's just mainly the trust factor, just like Nico and Seep said. So as they speak to us, they'll mostly get a feel for what we got here, our culture, even the product. The product sells itself. So we don't do most of the selling. The product does all the selling for us.
It's constantly being worked on.
Yeah, constantly being updated, constantly getting worked on. We have great quants here, individuals like Abe who are always helping us, community who are letting our clients know what to do with their algorithm. So guys like that just make it seamless.
And how did you actually find out about Nurp?
So I found out about Nurp on an Indeed ad actually.
Really?
Ad random. I was just looking for another job. I was actually selling sneakers beforehand. I was a reseller. That was my bread and butter back in the day. During the COVID times when individuals were just looking for work. And then out of nowhere, one of the managers there called me up, hey, can you interview today? And I was like, yeah, I'm on my way. Almost meant to be. Ever since, it's been great synergy and I love it here.
Since working with Nurp, do you actually use the software in your own?
I love the software. I use it every day.
Wow.
So like I said, I was a sneaker guy at one point. At some point, I just said, screw this, selling all my shoes. I'm throwing it all in the Fed. And right now, I built close to a 10K account up to a 50K account in 8 months. I was mad aggressive in the beginning and then just slowly but surely, I stood off that aggressiveness and then I grew it. Right now, it's just sitting, but...
Let me navigate this. So when you said Fed, for those that don't know, the Fed is the name of the software.
Yep.
Okay, so you sold sneakers, you put 10,000 into the Fed bot, the software, and how long ago was that?
So that was about 12 months ago, but for me to get that 10 to 50K, it only took about 8 months, which was nuts. There was a lot of volatile times though. We stood the course. You got to believe in the strategies behind the Fed and then eventually it'll take the course.
So I need to ask, you put 10K in, you grew it to 50. Is that adding money or is that just solely performance?
Solely performance. Wasn't adding any money whatsoever, just letting it compound month after month.
Wow. What's your average month?
Average per month, I would say close to about 12%.
What?
I've had months where, you get the 5%, you had the 30% months when all those banks would collapse back in March. Those were really volatile months. Those volatile times are great within the Fed at least, because that's just the strategy they use.
You are crushing it.
I love it. It's a lifesaver, honestly.
Do you recommend it to like your family members or?
Most definitely. Where I come from, my background, my parents didn't know a lick about investing. Me getting into the space and getting my foot through the door, I like to share the information with them so they can get ahead of life in life as well. So I help them out, help my brother out, my parents, so it's great.
You know what I think is really amazing? People don't seem to understand this. If there is a company and all the employees are actually using the product that they're selling, that is a message within itself that needs to be weighed.
Most definitely.
Everyone I've spoken to within the company literally uses the software, which if you're trying to sell something and you don't even use it.
You have to. If you don't believe in it, then what are you even doing?
It's unethical.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Honestly, I need to talk to you on like another YouTube video just with your MyFX book and just like walk through it. Were you like tweaking the risk management or?
So I was tweaking the risk management. So obviously, there's losses that come into place, but as far as all time, I'm up all the time, obviously. So
have you ever had a losing month?
I never had a losing month. Obviously, I've had months where I saw extreme volatility and I got nervous and closed out some trades. But besides that, if you believe in the strategy, you stick its course, it'll be all right at the end.
You intervened before, like you closed out stuff.
I've intervened, which was completely my fault. Probably wasn't the strategy I should have done.
You should have just left it running, right?
Yeah, I should have just left it running. Even as Seeps, me and him were on Discord talking about it while all this volatility was happening. He's like, yeah, I think I'm closing out. We all closed out. And
was it the bad move to close out?
It was a bad move.
Did it recover?
It recovered. It recovers almost every time. Obviously, it's not, you can't predict future outcomes, but it almost recovers every time just based on the strategy.
Isn't it funny how the moment we as humans try to intervene with a software that's unbiased and has no emotion, we actually take away from its ability to perform.
Exactly. You're putting emotion in when it's not supposed to be, be emotional.
That's completely sidetracked to the whole interview. I just think that's an amazing performance. Back to like the whole overarching theme of this talk, I want to know a little bit about, have you had any massive client wins that come to mind when I say that phrase, client wins?
I mean, client wins, myself could be one.
You're
just
one.
Being an employee, that can be one itself. I go into client wins all the time in Circle and you just see individuals. I've seen individuals quit their jobs, quit their 9-to-5s and just go all in on the trading algos.
Hold on, we're not promoting any of this. None of this is financial advice. We're just telling you what's out here.
And a lot of individuals come to us for like retirement advice. Like they want want to go in and just prepare for retirement, they're gearing up, say they're doctors and they're older and they just want to gear up for retirement. They're looking for some more higher volatility stuff that'll produce them some income every month, because by any means you can control it however way you like. So if you want to withdraw your profits every month, you can do that as well. Just individuals quitting their jobs. I mean, that's crazy to even think about.
As a setter, you're going into a sales position. What has been your most common objection that you get with people in the very beginning when you have that first discovery conversation?
So one, it's always trust. Like Nico and Seep said, it's always trust, because they think we're some internet company that just came off the cuff and we're brand new. Yes, we're fairly new, roughly going on 5 years now. That's just the main thing, trust. But as soon as you get into the community, you speak to individuals like me, Nico, Seeps, you see some of Jeff's content, you see that he's a real genuine guy and everything we do here is legit. All you have to do is do your research, honestly. Just look at our reviews. Proof is in the pudding. Not much to say about that.
And I mean, if anyone was just wanted trust, just look at Jeff. Like, if you actually get to know the guy, he's the definition of trust. He is so ethical and he has always the highest morals and he's always trying to improve everyone around him. I'm speaking on the company, and of course his friends too, but he's always trying to invest back into us as a collective.
Super humble guy too. Most humble guy I've ever met, honestly.
I'm not just saying this because we're shooting a video, like genuinely that's the truth.
And look where we're at. We're on a yacht in Miami.
Why'd he do that? Why are you here?
So me, Seeps, and Nico, we're all the top sales guys in 2023. So he just wanted to give back to us a little bit, because we've done the groundwork here and we're loving it. The culture here is amazing. The relationships I've created here is timeless, and I'll hold these relationships for a lifetime.
That is a beautiful thing to even be able to say about a work environment. This is not the first time that he's done something like this.
No, not at all. So they've gone to Costa Rica. I know they've gone to Colombia way back in the past. I know they're planning on future events.
So I was trying to talk to you about Nurp solely, but I was so impressed by your performance using the bot. We kind of sidetracked, but I really appreciate your time here. And thank you, brother. Like always, my friends, peace.
Sir.